Hey, what's up guys, Crash here, and today I want to introduce you to the new channel section devoted to the most interesting champions and builds that can help you raise your rank. The section will contain a set of 2 to 3 champions with runes and items for each lane, which show a good performance in solo queue and might include meta picks and popular OTP stuff. Also meta trends, which will help you stay tuned and no longer wonder why some players pick certain champions or buy certain items. Once again, the champions presented in this section are not always those with the best stats. If you want to learn more about champions with a high win rate, check out our patch reviews. That's it with the intro, and let's get down to business. Just for you guys, we've prepared a personalized course, Novice to Challenger, where we cover all the game aspects including interface customization, champion and role selection, team interactions, vision, team play, deep in-game mechanics, and of course much more than that. The video course is divided into simple steps that will guide you from the very basics to advanced strategies. Seriously, you should try it. It's more than just guides on YouTube. The link will be in the description. And let's kick it off with the top lane. The first champion on the list is Kalista. Kalista has suddenly become trendy in every lane. However, her success in the top lane is based on 3 things. First, a series of buffs during the latest patches. Second, the rework of the Hail of Blades rune, which now also works in lane. And finally, the isolated top lane, where Kalista has a higher chance of survival. This champion has a strong early game, so she's supposed to win top before level 6. At this point, her ultimate will grant her no advantage at all. Of course, Kalista is not your casual top lane pick. She requires good mechanics and has to be played aggressively, bullying her opponent 24/7. You must know your limits, damage output, and be able to kite and play 1v2. In the hands of a skilled player, Kalista is almost guaranteed to win the lane. Now, the second champion we'd like to mention is Nasus, who is played with Unsealed Spellbook and Ghost and Exhaust, or Ghost and Heal. We're all used to conquer Nasus, and this rune is truly powerful in the mid to late game. However, in most matchups, Nasus struggles too hard to survive the laning phase. While Unsealed Spellbook can solve this problem, that is, the problem of getting kited. Ghost and Exhaust let Nasus stay in range the whole duel. Heal performs the same function. Add to that Nimbus Cloak and receive even more MS. Having used these spells, you switch to Teleport and Ignite, and then back to Exhaust. With such a laning phase, you can get enough stacks during the early game, so you won't really need Conqueror later. No, just try it. The top lane's advantage is the increasing popularity of Blade of the Ruined King. After a series of buffs, Blade of the Ruined King has become very strong in the hands of melee champions, even those who previously didn't use it. That is Renekton, Set, Irelia, Wukong, and other fighters. Some players even buy it as the first item. Blade of the Ruined King enhances your dueling potential, grants early sustain and slow, which is useful in lane. Moving on to the jungle, first of all I'd like to recommend Graves. At the moment, he's a very clingy carry jungler. Graves got a second wind after players started using Phase Rush on this champion. He can easily proc this rune with Smokescreen and an AA. Besides, in the secondary path, he has a whole mobility set, Nimbus Cloak, Celerity and Water Walking. It's all you need to stick to the target and not really miss a single bullet. Graves builds full lethality and he is fairly tanky due to his armor stats. And Edge of Night also grants him a spell shield. In the end, you have a thick carry with high damage and mobility. That's really the secret of his success. Another jungler worthy of your attention is Shyvana. She's been getting increasingly popular lately. You start with Hunter's Talisman and E, and then her first jungle clear kicks in. You can have 150 CS by 20 minutes. Shyvana can either become another AP carry or a bruiser with AS and HP. Both builds grant her tons of damage, you only have to adjust to your team's needs. And in Korea, Shyvana is played in the top lane with Blade of the Ruined King and Death's Dance. So if you get auto-filled, don't be afraid, she is so versatile. Mid lane. I have something special for you here, and that is Master Yi. After the funneling strategy nerf, he's moved to the mid lane. Why not? There are no burst damage champions in this lane anymore. Yi has fast wave clear, sustain and a dodge tool, which is Alpha Strike. A perfect laner. He has the same runes and items as in the jungle. After level 6, start roaming to the side lanes and snowballing the game. In the mid lane, you can buy 2 core items much sooner than in the jungle, so no wonder Korean players like this strategy. Pretty often, Yi's duo is a tanky jungler like Zac, Sejuani or Maokai, who camp the mid lane and then roam together. Free LP. And another surprising mid lane pick is Maokai. If you follow the professional scene, you're probably not impressed. And if you don't, then welcome to the tank meta. When your top laner is Kalista, Vayne or Lucian and the jungler is Karthus, Graves, Nidalee or Kindred, you just have to pick Maokai for the mid lane. He has massive sustain, he can't be outpoked or suppressed by the opposite laner while the lane is just too short to gank him, while Maokai can set up a perfect gank for his ally. He has 2 slows, 2 roots and a knock-up. Maokai counters all mid lane assassins, which is extremely relevant in this meta, so if you're looking for something new, take Maokai. Next, bot lane, Kai'Sa with Hail of Blades and an AP build. After the final update, where Riot wanted to completely split her AD and AP builds, the AP build has become the leading one. With Hail of Blades, she can easily proc her passive, while the AP build grants Kai'Sa insane burst damage. Even though you focus on AP, you receive all the ability upgrades. Other runes enhance your sustain in lane and partially compensate for Kai'Sa's weak early game. By the way, with this build you can play Kai'Sa mid, just swap Hail of Blades to Dark Harvest. If you get auto field, be ready. The next ADC is Kalista, yes, again. The same Hail of Blades rune, but adjust her build to the teamfights. Usually you take Hurricane, the Bloodthirster and defensive items, Mercurial Scimitar and Guardian Angel. Kalista is a pretty aggressive ADC. She has a powerful level 1, which secures a faster level up. It means that controlling a lane isn't a problem for her. Your only problem is the enemy jungler, that's why you need deep wards and sentinels. Bot lane bonus, the popularity of Cleanse spell. In Korea, it's just as popular as Heal. Of course, it's not a spell for every game, pick it against a couple of champions with CC. The reason for its popularity is not only the increased amount of CC in the game and a shorter cooldown, but also the Nimbus Cloak rune, which is often used by marksmen lately. Make sure you try it. Alright, now let's talk about supports, and what we have here is Sett support, and I bet you didn't expect that. So you sick of Thresh, Blitz, Leona, Pyke and Nautilus? Well, just take Sett and the problem is solved. He's a perfect 2v2 champion, he can absorb lots of damage and deal true damage in response. He has CC, a strong level 1 and high sustain. The full tank build makes him useful in teamfights. Sett himself is a great defender for the carry. No matter who jumps on your ADC, you can throw them back. But this guy doesn't work against heal support such as Nami, Lulu, Janna and Sona. Your task is counter initiation. And the last champion for today is our friend Maokai. Yes, he is a good support. Nautilus got nerfed, Leona is perma-banned, so it's time for Maokai to show us what he can do. At the moment, this tree seems to have no bad matchups in the bot lane. He works well against all kinds of supports – Nami, Yuumi, Nautilus, Shen, etc. If you don't believe me, check his win rate. Well, if you matched against Xerath, Vel'Koz or Bard, you should pick someone else, but that's it. I'm surprised he has such a low pick rate. And that's pretty much it, guys. Do you like this new video format? Let us know in the comments below. Share this video with your friends to keep them informed. And on this note, as always, thank you so much for watching this video and good luck in your solo queue.